welcome to 94 days that we have been on our little experiment. We started on June 22nd. We left Utah. We flew to London. We saw the English countryside over on the west. We went up to Edinburgh. We went over to the Scottish Highlands. David actually did a little trip over to some islands off the coast of Scotland. We flew down to Paris. We saw Paris. We saw Annecy, Lake Annecy, Menthon St. Bernard, over by the Alps on the eastern side of down more central South France. We went over to Geneva while we were there. We went to a little town in Italy while we were there. Then we went back up to Oslo. We enjoyed Oslo for a few days, went to Stockholm for a few days, lived in Varberg, Sweden for a month, and then moved here to Marbella, Spain. I was gone for the first couple of weeks, well, about 10 days that my family was here resettling our oldest son, who became an adult and is working and studying and living and doing a great job back in Utah. And we miss him very much, but we're really excited to see him enjoying his life. And, you know, the goal of parenting is independence, so we're glad and proud to see what a hard worker he is. And even though I'd love for him to be here in Spain, he hates hot weather, so I don't think he'd miss it too much. So we've been having a great time. Life is really simple. We've started school. We do school and work just like all the other times, but at the end of the day, most of the time we get to go to the beach. I go probably 40% of the time because my work day is a little longer than the school day. Their dad is in charge of school. He's doing an amazing job. It's really been really impressive to me what teaching skills he has and a level of patience that I don't have, and that they're accountable to him, and it's just the structure is working really well. I've been having some really great help from friends who've reached out to me, and more recently a wonderful friend, Danielle, who I've been friends with for about 15 years, reached out and has been kind of a mentor to me in helping us structure our lives, and it's been very helpful. So a lot of structure has come into what would normally be a pretty chaotic situation. But the fact that at the end of the school day and the end of the work day, we have this view, we have this beauty, we have amazing Spanish food, has been really great. So we are leaving in a week. Sophie turns 16 next Wednesday. Can't believe that. And then we're leaving here in Spain to head toward Madrid for 4 days. And then we have to get out of the Schengen zone. And so we're going to London. Not really London. We're actually going to be in Southampton for about a month. We thought it was going to be 2. We're trying to figure that out right now. And then we have a place that's closer to London for the rest of that 6-month period that we're going to be in the UK. So that is currently the plan. We've kind of extended the plan beyond that to the things that we would continue to do if we still haven't heard back from New Zealand on the visa status, which we're not really scheduled to hear back by that point. That would be the end of March that we'd be leaving the London area. So I've had a few questions about a lot of specific things, so I'm going to do a couple of videos right now, but I just wanted to start with the update to say I'm really, really glad that we did this, that it's had a tremendous positive impact on myself and on my family. It's in many ways made our world smaller, so I feel like I'm more able to handle it, and that my skills as a mother and as a wife and as a person are really improved by having to put into place some of the structure and the changes that this lifestyle requires. And at the same time, the world is so much bigger, you know, that we can go on a road trip to Seville, which was mind-blowing, and see the North African influences here in Spain, and put into context all this history, and be able to point out, you know, this is about what was happening. Remember when we saw that in France? Remember when we saw that in England? Well, this was the same group of people, or these people were marrying those people. So it's been really interesting to make the connections, and that we are getting better educated, not just our kids. So super, super happy we did this. If it were to end tomorrow, I would be super happy we did this, because it's been so worth it, and it will be worth what sacrifices we may have to make for it. So with that in mind, it makes me more excited for doing this a little bit longer. I think if they were to call us tomorrow and say, hey, your application's approved, that we would be a little disappointed, because we want to keep seeing things. So After we're in England for 6 months, we do have a tentative plan for next summer. We're going to be studying Rome and Greece, all the ancient civilizations for this next school year. And so we're hoping to go and spend a month in Italy and a month in Greece and a month in Portugal. So that's the Schengen plan after we get back out of the UK as of right this minute. But, you know, anything can change. But it's been really surprisingly centering to move around and to have your life in 2 little bags and have your family together 24/7 for this kind of extended vacation. And it's forced changes that have been really positive. So that's the overall update for day 94. We're here in Spain. We're heading to the UK. Love Spain. Top of the list. Amazing. And we miss people. We miss our friends. We miss our family. It was nice that I got to sneak in and see a lot of people. But this has really been good for us. And it's been really helpful. I know Ben has said it's really helpful for him. Even though he needed to head back and start his life. It shows you that we don't need to be as afraid of things, that things tend to work out, that all the things that we thought we needed for stability, we don't really need. And it kind of just made us braver a little bit more willing to take risks and recognize that we don't have to be as afraid of things. So all of those lessons are really good. It doesn't mean we don't have to be careful. It doesn't mean we don't have to be wise. We know what's going on from time to time very regularly in London and also here in Spain, and we understand that the world is the way it is, but at the same time we continue to take care of our family and live our lives and see things from a new perspective, and it's been really worth it. So love to everybody, and I'll answer some questions here in another video. Thanks.